Do you think the market is bad, and are you questioning what's going on with your investment? Well, I'm here to give you the monthly update as far as Charleston real estate goes. And today I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to go through 4 areas within the Charleston County area, and I'm going to give you averages and days on market and explain a couple of things that are going on, because as you know, real estate is not, it's micro, it's not macro. So within your town, within Charleston or Dorchester, Berkeley counties, anywhere really in the United States, real estate is micro. So it's not just your town, it's your neighborhood. And we really have to dive in deep to give everyone a good market update. So I just handpicked 4, I've got my notes here, 4 areas that I want to go over. Next month, I'm going to do different areas and different counties because we just have so much to tell and each area is different. So today I'm going to give you the November 2025 market update for Charleston County and picked a few areas. I'm going to go area by area so that you can fast forward the video if you want to try to find your area. Today, I'm going through North Mount Pleasant, South Mount Pleasant, James Island, and Daniel Island, and going to tell you what's going on in those areas. And then I'll wrap it up with the Charleston County market update as a whole. And I have notes here because it's a lot of information to remember, so I'm going to be glancing down at them. So in North Mount Pleasant, for November, we were down new listings 14%. What does that mean? It means 14% less houses were on the market this year than last year in November. Closed sales were also down over last year, only 4%. That's not a huge number. And then median sales price, this is crazy. Median sales price in North Mount Pleasant is $995,000, which is 6% higher than last year. And the average sales price is $1.182, which is up 5%. Days on market, meaning the amount of time it takes from the day you list your house on the market to the day it goes under contract, is 38 days. Now, what's interesting here is that sellers are getting 96% of their list price. What does that mean in real terms? It means that sellers are overpricing their houses, buyers are taking a look, they don't feel that it's worth what they have it on the market for, and so they're offering less and sellers are taking less, and they're getting 96%. So they're coming down 4%. So that's North Mount Pleasant. South Mount Pleasant is a totally different market. New listings are actually down 21% in South Mount Pleasant. Closed sales that have actually gone to the settlement table, are up 42%. So less sales coming on the market and more sales selling. So what does that tell you? It tells you that it's a good time to list your house. Median sales price in South Mount Pleasant is $1.25 million, which is up 10%. And I would guess that that's because new listings are down. But I will tell you, South Mount Pleasant is very saturated right now. And these high-end listings, because South Mount Pleasant gets a lot for their houses, sellers are starting to come down in price a good bit. It's interesting to just see this, though. I know that in the field, I see what's happening, and sometimes the numbers don't always tell the story. But I know that the numbers are right. As I explained last month, I think some of this is new home sales, and that's driving the market a little bit. Anyway, back to South Mount Pleasant. Median homes price, I already gave that to you, $1.25 million, up 10. And it takes on average 40 days to sell a house. In South Mount Pleasant, the sellers are coming down 5% off their list price. So they're getting 95% of what they're actually asking for. Now we're going to shift gears and we're going to go over to James Island. James Island's a totally different market than Mount Pleasant, but you will see from these numbers that it is still a very strong market. Everywhere is a great place to be in the Charleston regional area, to be honest. We are down new listings in James Island as well, but closed sales are actually up 15%. And again, this is compared to this time last year. So closed sales up 15%. Median sales price in James Island is up 14% to a median sales price of $802,000, $2,500. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Now, in James Island, this is the biggest difference that I see in comparison to the other two areas. Sellers are only getting 93% of list price, which means sellers are really coming down. They're feeling it. It means, honestly, it means that sellers are overpricing their houses. It's not that they're coming down so much. It's not that the market's falling. It means that sellers want too much. Buyers are saying, no, I'm not paying you for that. So they're really essentially overpricing their houses. Days on market there, though, is only 36 days. I mean, that's nothing. I mean, just remember 2018, 2019. I mean, it took 4 months to sell a house. We're at 36 days on market in James Island. So it's a great place to be. If you're not getting the price you want for your house, chances are you're overpriced because people are coming down a good bit. But again, looking at the median sales price, it's up 14% over last year at the same time to 8,025, like I said. So you're making more on your house anyway. So don't overprice it, get it sold faster, and take your money to the bank. All right, so the last area that I'm going to go over today is Daniel Island. Daniel Island is a whole different beast, totally different numbers. They'll blow your doors off. New listings are down in this area too this year. Closed sales are up, just like most other areas. It's a really good time to sell here because closed sales are up, new listings are down. The new listings being down is really a function of time of year and going into the holidays. So if people were listed and they didn't get what they wanted, they came off the market, they're going to try again in the spring. Or people just decided not to put their house on the market because they want to have a calm holiday season. So that is why the new listings are down everywhere, but closed sales are up because people still want to come here. Now, here's where I hope you're sitting down. The median sales price in Daniel Island is $2.75 million. And that's up 26% from last year. Think about that. $2.75 million and up in sales price 26%. That is a wow. Sellers in Daniel Island are getting 97% of their list price, so they're still overpricing and having to come down a little bit. Days on market is only 15 days. These numbers astound me. I do see, and I do work all the markets, I do see buyers are being particular everywhere. It's not just one area or another. And it doesn't mean that average days on market is X for your area. That doesn't mean that you're going to sell your house in that time frame. There are houses that sit on the market a lot longer. And then you've got these other houses that come on the market and sell in a day. Maybe the agent found someone prior to listing. Maybe it was a private sale, or it's a lot of new construction. They sell those houses and put them on the market, so it skews our numbers a little bit. At the end of the day, listings are down, sales are up, sales prices are up, but sellers are coming down in price. So I want to give you a little recap. Now, those were just 4 Charleston County areas, but the overall stats with all the other areas that we didn't even talk about, in Charleston County for November 2025, new listings were up, and this is over last year. Closed sales were down. Average sales prices were up 12.9%. That average sales price is over $1 million. It's $1,045,000 in Charleston County as a whole. So that number's higher. That number is including closed sales being lower, the median sales price is $700,000. So median is taking the highest number and the lowest number, throwing them out, and you get a median. So that number is $700,000. Days on market overall in Charleston County is 46 days. So it's taking roughly 50 days. I mean, it's 46 days, but close to 50 days to sell your house. And overall, sellers are getting 94.3% of their list price. So again, in simple terms, new listings are up, closed sales are down. Sellers are not getting full price on their houses like they used to, but sales prices are higher, much higher in every area, which means sellers are overpricing and expecting too much. I have to say, as I've said in other videos, buyers are really being particular, and it shows with these numbers. The sales prices are higher, so they already have to pay more for their house. Interest rates are high, but they're not willing to pay that number that you're putting on your house. But you're still making a fortune. If you have questions about the market, if you would like to know what's going on in your specific area, your county, or your neighborhood, I love breaking the numbers down. It completely makes sense to me. And that's one of the things that I feel like I do well in real estate, is understanding the numbers and understanding the psychology behind selling a house and what buyers want to see and feel and touch. So if you have questions, please reach out to me, call me. Happy to talk to you. Happy to talk you through the market, tell you what I think is going to happen in 2026. But for now, that is your market update for November 2025. Talk to you next month.